Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yarakimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
So you need a taxi, but you're not sure how to ask for one in English.
Yeah, that's a pretty common travel hiccup, isn't it? It's one of those things that's good to know, especially if you are in a country where you don't know the language.
Absolutely. And there are a bunch of ways to ask for a taxi, depending on the situation and who we're talking to. It's good to know your options, right?
Definitely. Let's start with the basics, like you're at a hotel or restaurant and you need the staff to help you out.
Okay, that makes sense. So what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, could you call a taxi for me, please? Is a good, polite place to start. It's pretty straightforward.
It is. Simple, yet effective. And can you arrange a taxi for me, please? Works just as well. It's more about asking them to handle the whole thing.
Exactly. And that arrange part makes it a bit more formal.
Right. Now, if you're not feeling too fussy about being polite, or maybe you're in a hurry,
Then something like, I need a taxi, please, is fine. Ace it to the point and gets the job done.
it does. And adding that please softens it a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what about when you want to be extra polite or you're not too sure if they're happy to help?
Then you could go for something like, would you mind calling a taxi for me? It's a very gentle way of asking.
It is, but more of a roundabout way, which can work better in some situations, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's all about reading the room, isn't it? And what if someone is picking you up and you need to tell them your location?
That's another crucial part. You can say something like, could you pick me up at location, please? And don't forget to mention the time as well.
Very good point. Could you pick me up at the line, please? Being specific always helps, right?
Oh, absolutely. No one wants to end up at the wrong place and waiting. Now, let's say you're on the street and want to hail a cab. What would be a good phrase?
If you see an empty taxi, you can just say, taxi, please, and wave. It's pretty direct, but gets their attention.
It does. And in some places, you might hear people say, cab, please, instead of taxi.
That's right. Especially in America, I think. Cab is more common there.
Exactly. Now, what about those situations when you're not exactly sure where you are or where the taxi stand is?
Ah, then you might ask, where can I catch a taxi? Or, if you want to sound more polite, could you tell us where we can get a taxi?
Those are super useful. And what about if you're looking for the taxi stand?
Then you ask, where is the taxi stand? Or even better, could you tell me where the taxi stand is?
That's perfect for getting yourself to the right spot. So, any other phrases that might come in handy?
Oh, yeah. You might need to ask, how much does it cost to go to
Oh.
Wenera to get a rough idea of the price?
That's a good one. Or, how much is the fare destination?
Right. Using fare is more formal. And don't forget, if you're in a rush, you can say, please hurry up.
Absolutely. That's good to keep in mind, especially if you're late for something or you are simply tired and want to get home quickly.
And what about if you're giving directions to the driver?
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot. Turn left at the next corner, or please go straight 5 blocks. It's a good one to know.
Can you stop around here, or can you drop me off around here is also very helpful when you're near your destination.
Very true. And finally, how do we handle paying?
You can ask, how much is the fare, please? Or if they've already told you, you can say, keep the change if you want to give a tip.
Right. Keep the change is very common, especially if you're paying cash.
So we've covered quite a lot of phrases for different taxi scenarios.
Yeah, from calling a cab to paying the fare. Knowing all of them will definitely help you navigate taxi rides smoothly.
Indeed. It's all about having the right words at the right time.
Absolutely. Whether you're just trying to get back to the hotel or exploring the city, these phrases will make your taxi experiences a lot easier.
Couldn't agree more. So next time you need a taxi, you'll be ready to ask for one like a pro.
That's the goal. And it certainly will take a load off of your mind when you are traveling.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.